Hello, welcome back to my channel, Silver Thread Sewing. I'm Diane. Thanks for stopping by. So I won't take but a minute of your time today. It's Wednesday. I wanted to update you just a couple things that's been going on, and I had a tiny little fabric haul that I wanted to share with you. I am still working on the Butterick 6662 pattern that I had the bow trouble with last week. I have removed the bow and some of the fullness that was in the front of the blouse, the top, and I did wear it yesterday. So I will probably wait till Friday to show you that. It's in the laundry since I did wear it yesterday, but I'm happier with it. It's just got a V-neck now, and I just use bias binding around the neckline, but I'll show you that probably Friday and explain what I did. I've had so many suggestions on this pattern. I was making view C with the bow front, the tie bow. Even if I had several different comments, and I appreciated all the help and everybody trying to help me to fit this and figure out what my problem is. So a couple viewers had recommended that I watch Lifting Pins and Needles with Katrina. She has a whole fitting series, and she talks about vertical adjustments as well as I guess the circumference adjustments. And I really think that my best bet is to do some measurements on my own body and mark everything down so I understand it, and then do some vertical adjustments, because I think if everything were brought up just like I showed you when I pulled the top of the shoulders, everything just kind of went into place. So she has got a very great video series about fit, and about one video at least about vertical adjustments, and I will link to that video below. And if you I think anybody would probably gain something from it, because she talks about not only shortening, which is probably what I need in this area. I need to shorten the bodice in this area, but she also talks about adding length. And she is so great about explaining things so it's understandable. And so I have been watching that, and am going to work on those vertical adjustments. And I may even go as far as to take and use this 6662 pattern and possibly make another one after I have figured out what vertical adjustments I need to make. And if I do that, it'll be in the next few weeks probably, but if I do that, I will show you the process and show you if I figure it out. And I'll also show you if I don't figure it out, because remember, this channel is what not to do when you're learning to sew. So I'll share my progress with you either way, good or bad. I do have the other 3 tops that I had talked about in my video a couple weeks ago, and I'll link to that if I can. Because I'm not kidding, I do need tops and blouses and shirts so bad. This is a Forget-Me-Not pattern Iris tee, and it's my go-to t-shirt pattern, and I love it. So I wanted to show you just real quick a couple things. So first off, I will show you Simplicity 9546, and I've already shown you this pattern when I talked about needing tops and how I wanted to make probably view A at the top here, and I've got that fabric laid out on the table, so that will be the next one that I attempt. So I'm going to do a little more measuring and see and make sure that I think this is going to fit before I cut out my good fabric. I had ordered, I don't have anything to turn like really skinny loops and like little ties or roller loops, so I had ordered this Dritz quick turn, and it just came in a couple days ago, and it is the Dritz quick turn. It's a 3/16, a 3/8, and a 1/2 inch tubes, and you basically just turn tubes of fabric, and you can do them pretty skinny. This one here on the end is pretty skinny, so I was really happy to have that, because I've got one that's the long skinny with the little round thing on the end, and it's got like a latch hook on the end. but I always have trouble with it coming loose or ripping into my fabric, so I don't have if it's a short distance, I have success. And just getting it started and getting it to hold on to the fabric has been a little bit of a problem. So I'm happy to have these tube turners. I'm thinking I'll have more success with those, but I'll keep you updated on that too. And I had 3 little pieces of fabric week before last. Fabric Mart Fabrics had their rayon challis on sale for $4.99 a yard, and it hardly ever comes down that low. So I didn't have much money, but I got just 2 yards of each of these, enough to make a top or something. But I wanted to show them to you real quick because the last time I checked, they still had they also had their some of their chambray on sale, and I got 1 piece of that. And then these other 2 are rayons. One's crinkle and one is not. So the first one that I got, and I'm not sure which way the print goes, but I'll show you this. It's a crinkle rayon, and it has been washed and dried, and it came out really pretty. But it looks like embroidery. I'll pull back a little bit. It looks like it's been embroidered, but it's just printed that way. I always struggle with the crinkles because if you iron it and press it out and get the wrinkles out before you cut it out, then you're going to have to iron your garment every time because it was made while it was pressed out. So I struggle with sewing it while it's kind of wrinkledy and crinkledy, but I think you're supposed to. I think you're supposed to leave it like the crinkle way and not press out the crinkles, because it does make it have basically a stretch. And but it's so pretty, but it is very sheer. I don't know if you can see right here. Maybe, I don't know. My lights are all probably, you might see right there. It's really sheer, so I'm thinking I could see light through it. Not real well, but I think if it were on me, I would probably line it a little bit, at least the front part maybe. I don't know. Not sure what I'm going to make out of it after it come. It was kind of laid out a little bit differently. It's got different size flowers, and it's got almost like a border print, but it's not described as a border print. But I'm thinking like one of those little, maybe even this simplicity pattern might look good in this. I've only got 2 yards, so, and this pattern calls for roughly 2 yards, so I should have enough of it. And then this is the non-crinkle rayon challis that was $4.99 a yard, and it is gorgeous. It is so soft, and it washed and came out of the wash just beautifully. But it is a little, you only get to see a little snippet, so it's kind of like panels. I'm going to unfold this so you can kind of get an idea. It's wide, but it has like these square panel areas. Isn't that beautiful? Oh, I just loved it. And I'm not sure now what to cut. I don't know. I'll figure it out, I'm sure. But yeah, if you have any suggestions, but it kind of repeats itself, and that's how it looks. But it's so soft. It is just so soft, and the drape is amazing on this. Look at that. It's just so pretty. And it's a really good quality, so I'm real happy with it. But now I don't know what I'm going to make with it. But it was $4.99, and while it was that price, I thought I'm just going to go ahead and get a couple yards and be done with it. So that's what I did. And the last piece of fabric I have, this is just a chambray, I don't know how you say that. But it is, I just fell in love with it. And it's just stripes. It almost looks like that one is like a chambray denim color, and then it has some pink, and it has a little yellow stripe running through it. And I don't know, I thought when I ordered it, I thought maybe pajamas. It's a little bit, it's not scratchy at all. It's just the chambray feel to it, but it's not super, super soft. But it's a great weight. And I was thinking pajama pants, but I'm not sure. Everything I see, I want to make a dress. And I need tops. So I've got to keep my eye on the prize. This would even make cute shorts, I think. And I need capri pants and shorts. Everything I've got store-bought is just worn out. I have just worn them to death and washed them to death. And I have trouble, I don't know, I dread the process of learning to fit pants. I dread that process, but I really need to just go ahead and do it. I have watched a lot of Peggy Sager's videos, and she always talks about measuring the clothes that you have that you like to wear. You know, get numbers. You can create your armholes just by measuring clothes that fit you well. They can be store-bought or handmade, but just, you know, measuring the things. If you like a certain width, like a neck width, or from shoulder to shoulder, or length, or you know, you can just measure the clothes that fit you well that you have wherever you got them from, and then you can go to the pattern and find what size matches up kind of to that measurement, if that makes sense. She's much better at explaining it than I am. But it makes a lot of sense when you think about it, because we go out and buy stuff and we don't, you know, we're not nearly as critical of things that we buy in the store as we are what we make. We want all of it. We don't want it to look handmade. We don't want it to look homemade. We don't want it to be too tight or too loose, or the shoulders to hang off. But yet things that we buy in the store sell, at least myself personally, things seldom fit perfectly, and I don't pay any attention to that. But when I make it, I want it to fit better, and I want to feel good in it, and so it's trial and error. But I am still working on the tops, and I will update you on the 6662 by Butterick on Friday, and hopefully I'll have my little vest for this dress made so I can wear it soon. I'm just going to use cotton because I'm still not found any purple corduroy. But I would give anything, and I'm sure that you all have seen them, but the ditto forms, I just think that that would be the most useful thing, to have your body in mannequin form or dress form, and be able to hold the stuff up, the patterns and the pieces, and know that that was the same as your body, because I really think that would just level up any of our sewing. But they're expensive, and I'll probably never have one, and that's okay. But I am going to try to figure out a way to put things on a piece of paper, maybe a large piece of tracing paper, and try to put my vertical measurements and draw them in a way, even if it's just straight lines, and maybe do the armhole and try to draw it out. And I'm going to work on that, because I love sewing, but I hate not knowing if anything's going to fit me or fit me well. And I'm just having so many hit and misses. I'm sure some of you are the same way. But I'm going to shut up, rambling on. I've not got anything else to say, so I need to hush. But I just wanted to thank everybody who's commented and tried to help me with Butterick 6662. And I read every single comment, and I hope I replied to all of them. I meant to, and I will go back and check again. But it meant so much to me that you all, some of you said you had the same issues, and many of you had suggestions on things I might could do to make that work. To be honest, if I can't get it, I've got patterns. I've got a lot of patterns, and I don't see the point in trying to persevere with that particular pattern, because that bow is just too heavy. It's too thick, and I don't think the way it is that I would ever wear it. And I've got other V-neck patterns. I've got other top patterns that I think I would be better off making those. But I'm not saying I'll never make that one again, but I'm saying, as for right now that I have that fabric and that blouse to where I can wear it, and I will wear it, and I did wear it, I am going to kind of lay that one back to the back of the pile, because I really want to try different ones, and I want to try getting the feel a little bit better from the first time. So let you know how I'm getting along with that probably Friday. But I hope everybody's well, and I hope you're doing good and having a great week, and I really appreciate all the encouragement and all the advice. Thanks so much. Bye.